That is a toasty base. Excellent. Okay. So, we have oil at 61 degrees and oil at 34 degrees. The oil is actually getting... the oil is getting cooled by my base. This is perfect. This couldn't be better. No, it wasn't. That's not what happened, only half. It wasn't that I turned on the pump. All the pumps were already set. It was the liquid shut-off that fucked me. It was nothing to do with the pump. It was me being stupid with the liquid shut-off. Right, let's get rid of you. We'll get rid of this automation as well. Fuck it. What have I missed? Just basically on the same cycle life. You're 330 and I'm 335. Nice, we're playing together. Ah, I bet your base is in a better state than mine. Holy shit. Manic motherfucker, is that a thing? It has to be a thing. I have my first lawsuit from work. That's exciting. A lawsuit? What? Oh, Femidong. Oh, I'll fix that. That's you quoting it then, nerd. That's not me. I'll fix it. Quote 150. Remind me. Why are you cooking your base? Because I'm annoyed. And I'm going to make my dupes suffer for a little bit. Assault, apparently. I'm shaking someone's hand. Perhaps there was... What? What? Your employee wasn't following hygiene rules. What? New meta, use your base to cool the oil. Exactly. How are you keeping the coal generators cold? They're being cooled with a similar setup, but with polluted water. So coal gens and hydrogen gens are all being cooled with this aquatuner build down here. And this is basically cooling all this stuff. The coal gens and the hydrogen gens are being cooled by my slush geyser. So this keeps everything nice and cool down here. The aquatuner build down here is just my batteries and transformers. I could have probably used this setup here for everything, but I wanted to do an oil build through the base. This will be fine. It'll be orange for a little bit, and then it'll go blue, and it'll be beautiful. I'm not going to use the shut-off, I don't think, for anything. Actually, you know what? We could use this. This'll be fine. Okay, let's get rid of this shit that's left out here. Let's go see if we found anything interesting up here. Where are we digging? So we know what that is. We've dug this out. We're at the edge of the map here. There's a load of chlorine in here. Wait. Are you... Stop being a geyser. Jerk. We made a little liquid chlorine by accident, but that's fine. Let's just do a little bit more digging up here, just so we can finally see everything on this side. Go down to there. Why can't I reach here? Oh, I see. I did not realise this. Jesus Jones. My base is never in a better state than yours, life, but it's high roll. Then I get my dupes in better shape. Screw you! What the fuck happened to that emote? I don't know, that's a bit of a weird one. Don't fix it as far as I'm concerned. That's what you said. The way you pronounce Femidong sounds like Femidong. Fair enough. Fair enough, I will leave it. But I've never said the word Femidong in my life. A femidong is surely a lady penis. And I don't know what that is. Let's do all this. I've got fucking remnants of oil all over the place. Look at all these bottles. I need to make some bottle empties, don't I? Fucking hell. Right, bottle empties. Go. We also need to mop what was left down here. Did anyone get to this side? No. Christ. What did I miss? You and your nasty polluted water. What are you talking about? What have I done? What polluted water? Looks like you spent a few cycles in life space. That emote. Why do people use oil so much for cooling stuff down? Lower freezing point. Yeah, lower freezing point, and it's just better, really. It can take a bit more punishment from your aqua tuners, as in it's a bit more forgiving, and it's just very good at radiating temperature as well. It's good stuff. It used to have a ridiculous freezing point, and it was great for like making liquid oxygen builds and stuff like that, but then it got nerfed into the dirt. Well, not into the dirt, but it got nerfed heavily, which kind of changed a few things. I think its freezing point used to be like minus 250 or something stupid. It was crazy high. Right. Where else are we digging? Holy shit! My steam geyser was in the furthest fucking corner of the world. Look where my steam geyser is! Fuck's sake! But we found it. Holy shit. Let's have a look at what the stats are. 9.3 kilograms a second at 110 degrees. That's pretty cool. Eruption period 313 seconds. Oh, okay, so it's a third, 1 in 3 cycles sort of thing. That's a lot of output, 9.3 kilos. I don't know how I would cool that much steam though, that's the only problem. I'd rather have less steam but more constant. Like a less downtime, if you like. Because too much steam, it just ends up being too much to cool. Okay, well that is a result. Let's we'll do a little priority 6 build up here, and get up there. Christ, it could not have been further from the base though. Jesus Christ, that is crazy. Right, we'll dig out some of this stuff whilst we're here as well. This is all priority 6, so it's not going to happen urgently, but eventually. Oh, that's neutronium. Oh shit. Well, we found it now. So you say we should have 1 geyser left. You're saying we should have 1 left. What have I missed here? What are those heat plates in your cool water made of? Granite, I think. Just granite. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Sci-Fi. Is that the Borg cube I hear so much about? No, I don't really do the Borg cube, although it's a similar mechanic as the Borg cube. Oh god, it's a can of worms. Right, the problem with the Borg cube, the reason the Borg cube works is because you are taking the fact that a tiny amount of surface water will instantly cool the water that's below it. Okay. And what that basically does is it means that if you run a 10 kilogram packet through an aqua tuner, it will come out the other side 14 degrees cooler. So you can take some oil that's at 20 degrees and bring it out at 6 degrees. If you then trickle that 6 degree oil over a pool of oil that's, you know, at 20 degrees, it will all cool down to 6 degrees. And that's how the Borg cube works. If you cycle that for a few passes through the aqua tuner, all of a sudden you've got super cool oil. That's the premise of it. It's to do with surface liquid. Yeah, so the way that the Borg cube is exacerbated, the way that it's made worse, let me just quickly throw something together. So, let's see, Borg cube there. If you... I don't build this in any of my builds because I think it's scummy, to be honest, and I've chastised Saturnus for it many times before. I think it's the dirtiest build in the game. But, meh, it is what it is. If we do a couple of tiles, like so... Okay. Fuck me. So, there's your Borg cube. No, it should be one further out, really. So let's say you have a pump in here. Okay, pump's picking up your liquid. Liquid goes into here. Goes to a vent. Okay. What you've basically just done is create a loop of cooling. Now, if you made these bottom tiles out of something like plastic or metal, then what you essentially have is a massive, overpowered cooling monster that will cool far more than it should. And the way that it's working is the liquid packets that come through the nullifier that are cooled down, not the nullifier, sorry, the aqua tuner, get passed over this tile, through this vent, over these tiles, and providing your liquid level is at this level, the water will drip over the side and hit, like, connect with surface tension to the side of these tiles. When it does, they will instantly cool down. Instantly. So, say the liquid comes out of here at 5 degrees, and this pool of liquid here is, for argument's sake, 100 degrees, it will instantly cool down to 5 degrees. And that's the drip cooling bug that so many people struggle with on the forums and stuff. Now, what I'm doing here is essentially something very similar, because you can't avoid it in the game at the minute. So what I'm doing is I am dripping my liquid out through a vent here that's coming in at 0.6 degrees, but it isn't interacting with anything other than the liquid around it. It's not dripping over a surface, but it is still exploiting the fact that the top layer of water will cool what's below it. I could have put my vent in the bottom, but honestly, once the water gets cold enough, it makes no difference where it is. It's just a fucked mechanic in the game at the minute. So that's the Borg cube in a nutshell, essentially. I think he normally does these a little bit wider on his cube, something like that. I hate it. I think it's bad, and it's a noob trap. Don't use it. It's not to be encouraged, but understanding it makes things easier. Okay. Bigger room or automation to spread the steam out. Cool, possibly. I like how the game trolls you even when giving it something it has to. Can't remember which geyser. I know it's not ice though. So the last geyser. We should have one more. Is that what you're saying? So yeah, as you see here, we're not getting as drastic a cooling reduction as we should, because we're not dripping it over a tile. We'll still get a slight negative, but not as much as we should. In fact, I'm just gonna fucking turf this through the base. Go. Is this now? Oh no, we still need to empty this pipe. Liquid pipes. Boop. Thanks for the explanation. I'm looking more cooling, but not wanting to use an exploit. You'll struggle at the minute, Stoof. That's the problem. It's very difficult to avoid using the surface tension bug. For example, if you just look at any tank of water, so like here, if I dropped some water here that was at 10 degrees, all this water here will become 10 degrees. That's the bug. So it's this interaction here between the tiles. Basically, they changed thermal mechanics recently in the game, so that now heat rises incredibly aggressively, right? So if you dropped a piece of metal here at 1000 degrees, it wouldn't heat up this whole area to begin with. It'd just make a column of heat, right? Well, cold does the same thing. So wherever your liquid hits, so say this tile, If I drop some cold liquid here, and it hit this tile here, all of this would try and cool in that same extreme column. So the reason I put temp shift plates in is to spread that heat. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid using the exploit. I'm trying to do it legit, but it's difficult. So you'll always run into the same surface tension thing. And as much as I don't advocate using it, it's very, very hard to avoid, just because of how liquids are handled in the game. So don't feel like a bad, dirty person for doing it, but certainly don't go out of your way to build your base on exploits. That's all I'd really recommend. The problem with building your base on exploits is at any point they could get fixed. Clay absolutely love to do a stealthy hotfix and fix something that people are abusing. And that is one of them that I can see them fixing at some point. Some point in the future it'll get removed. And when it does, there'll be a lot of salty noobs out there that don't know how to cool their base anymore because they've been relying on an exploit for so long. And that's not a good position to be in. So I hope that helps. I hope that explains it a bit more. Heading home early to beat the storm. See you all later. Take it easy, Gnome, and I hope everything's alright, buddy. I hope it passes by, no problems. You may be a bad, dirty person, but that won't be why. What do you mean? So the heat plate's necessary for the non-cube method. It spreads the heat basically so far. That's the plan. Okay, let's get rid of this. How are we looking down here? Getting a wee bit warm. I honestly don't care about the base being warm for a few cycles. If my dupes are a bit stressed, it's fine. It'll soon cool off again. That is not a problem to me. Once the base is cooled down, I'm going to start pumping in hot oxygen anyway, so fuck it. Stoof, thank you very much for the follow, bud. Much appreciated. And again, welcome to the stream. Any questions you've got, do ask. Genuinely. Was away for half an hour and you're still on this basic bitch seed. Yes. Yes, I am. I don't want to give up. I don't like giving up on playthroughs. It shows a lack of character. I like to go on. And apparently we've still got one geyser left to look for, so... Seems to me you're cooling cube but slowly die of overheating. Maybe the physics here allow it. Yeah, it just works, buddy. Also use cold biomes and Weezewarts. Yeah, that's totally legit. Athrend, good evening, buddy. How are you, mate? How's it going? Yeah, you can use cold biomes, totally, but the problem with the cold biome is it's finite. Once it heats up, it's no longer a cold biome. It's just some rock. Weezewarts are fine, but some people regard Weezewarts as cheaty because they're technically magic-free cooling that doesn't seem to make sense. So some people would regard Weezewarts far more cheaty than a Borg cube. I know Saturnus uses that argument all the time on the forums. When people call his build an exploit, he will often say, well, Weezewarts are the same, they're magic. Which technically they are, you know, they are magic cooling, magic anti-physics cooling, which doesn't make sense. So, listen, if you want to use an exploit, don't feel bad about it. Just make sure you know the right way to play the game. That's all I ever advise people. I get a lot of new players coming into the stream that are panicking because something gets removed or something gets changed, and all of a sudden they don't know how to play the game. I've seen it many, many, many times. That's why I normally advise people, just get your head around the game. If you want to use exploits in your own time, go for it. But know the basics first. If there's one left, then go for it. Yeah, apparently, so Blue tells me. I'm trusting Blue on this. He's my geyser watch specialist at the minute. So I'm trusting what he tells me. He could be trolling me, because he does want to see me get trolled by a chlorine geyser, so there is that. How are we doing here temperature-wise? 48 degrees, 47, okay. Very warm. How are we doing at the bottom of the map, more importantly? The CO2 down here is just too hot. What's basically happening is the slicksters are consuming CO2 at 100 degrees and pooping oil at 100 degrees, which is cooking everything. So I'm a little bit fucked here. I don't know how I could cool this any better. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of the surface petroleum. And let's make this crude oil. I should probably put one for petroleum somewhere as well. Start gathering some petroleum. Because we should have mopped a little bit here and there, I think. What's going on up here? Back when I was playing, some people complained about available options in the early game, which say they've mitigated some of the early colony concerns. No, I would not. I would say that they've made the early game harder for a lot of people. I would say, and especially for heat as well. If you dig into the wrong geyser now, you fucked your world. It's that simple. Blue will attest to that. I think he cooked his base about 5 times. I think. Yeah, I don't think they've necessarily made it easier early game. Unless you're lucky like me and you find a slush geyser that was really handy. No. The hydrogen to free cooling doesn't make sense either. The hydrogen to free cooling. Oh, the anti-entropy thermo nullifier. Well, that's future tech. That's science. That's just science that we don't understand yet. You know, that's from our former colonists that have left it here for us. Okay, let's get all this done out as well. I'm just trying to get this last clump of shit tidied out. Captain Jack Sparrow, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. I love that sort of phonetic name, Jack Sparrow. Yar. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I'm in trouble as soon as you have to power airlocks, or at least slow down. What do you mean? As soon as you have to power airlocks, you don't need to power airlocks. You used to. You used to have to power them to get the benefit from them. Nowadays you don't. It is exactly the same. It's been like that for a long time. Lifegrow ice sculptures everywhere. No! The base will be fine. Dupes like it warm. It'll be fine. Heavyweight wide bridge. Yeah, I know, Scyther. It's the tiles at the top and bottom. I've got 2 of them in there. Heat's horrible now. It seems like research is kind of frustrating, having to rebuild things later down a tree. Having to rebuild things later down a tree? How do you mean, Athrend? I'm not following you there, bud. Let's get rid of... let's get rid of all this shit. Do I care about any of this stuff? Yeah, why not? We'll sweep up the Abyssal, and then we'll drop the rest of the shit down. Okay, this is good. Giving up is the wrong word, and you had a plan what you wanted to do this playthrough. The game won't let you. Yeah. We'll see if we can find this last guys, and then we'll make a stance on it. First 3 volts will cook. First 3 volts